They're a reality show, those guys. Every time they're together, man, it's so funny.
This is the Schmo with the pro. He's the soon-to-be author. He's the head coach of AKA. He's the head coach of the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He's Javier Mendez in the flesh here at Mustang Sally's Diner, here at Ford Country, Las Vegas, Nevada. How we doing?
We're doing good, Schmo. And you forgot Betty Boop. We're with her.
She's always with us, Javier.
With us.
Yeah.
Betty.
Yeah, we just had a beautiful breakfast. We have Betty Boop behind us.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Life is great.
Yeah.
Life is great. Couldn't get any better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right here.
Right here.
We're here at Ford Country. Your son drives a Mach-E. He goes electric with the Ford.
Yeah.
You all like that stuff.
Yeah, I like that stuff. My son's very happy with his car.
No speeding tickets?
None yet. Son, don't get a ticket.
Can't get a ticket.
No, can't get a ticket. No, we can't clear that ticket.
Yeah.
No. Bad.
Well, Coach, you're all over the place. You're a world traveler. Congratulations on all the
Thanks.
great continued success. What's it like being Javier Mendez these days?
Same as always. Just happy to be me, happy to be alive, happy to enjoy what I love to do, which is coaching. And now I'm trying to be a business guy. So coaching and business, they do mix together. You just got to be smart.
Khabib's running off on you, yeah?
I didn't think about that. Habib's a very successful businessman, and actually he's becoming a great coach, a great corner, and he needs some work on the cornering, but he's great on giving like game planning. He's fantastic on game planning. We just need to work a little bit on the cornering, just a little bit.
Well, he came back to do the cornering. You've told the Schmo and he's told the world that he wasn't expected to be in the corner, but there he was. He was cornering Islam.
Well, he did say, for now, I'm going to focus on my kids, and he did do that. But he never said, and of all my interviews, I always say he never said never. He just said for now. And he just unloaded on me that day. I heard it from somebody else, and I went to talk to him. Go, hey, you're working the corner. He goes, yes, coach. What do you think? I said, I think it's great. You know, I love you in the corner. So I was very happy.
Well, how satisfied and how happy was Khabib with Islam's performance right there in the Schmoment?
He was very happy with his performance because he grew from that fight. He had to fight adversity, and he overcame it, and he learned a lot from that fight. So there is nothing that kid can't do now. Nothing. Exciting fights, finishes. He's got finishes in every department. Submission, stand-up. He's got it all. I've said it before. He's the best lightweight in the history of MMA, and being well-rounded, okay? Not the greatest yet, but the best well-rounded fighter in the MMA history.
When did he surpass Khabib for that mark?
In all honesty, right from the get-go, Khabib was not a great striker. So Islam already came in as a fairly good striker. So he was already ahead of Khabib. He's been ahead of Khabib in the striking department. You know, the overall department, I don't know if anybody's ever going to be better than Khabib. But as far as technically, Islam from the very beginning was a better striker than Khabib. Right from the very beginning, when he came to me in 2014, Islam was already a better striker than Khabib, because Khabib didn't really practice his stand-up with anybody but myself, you know. So he's mostly in Dagestan, and he's there with his father. And when he comes here, he was practicing with me, but he didn't spend that much time with me. I mean, out of the whole year, Khabib has spent sometimes 3 months with me. That's not the same as being 3 months with me and then 9 months of striking in Dagestan. He wasn't striking with nobody, just me and some of my other guys.
Well, Islam hasn't been shy to talk about his goals and wanting that 170-pound title, challenging maybe the winner of a Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. But if Islam is going up at 170 pounds, do you imagine that his last fight at 155 would be Arman Sarukian?
You would think so, right? You would think that the UFC is going to offer him Sarukian and then give him an opportunity for the welterweight title. But let's see what they say. I mean, whatever the UFC is going to give him, he's going to say yes. He's not going to say no to any challenger. It's just a matter, will they give him the welterweight title next, or will they keep him at lightweight? The UFC is going to make that decision. We can say, no, we want to fight for this, but Islam obviously would want an opportunity to fight welterweight, but he's going to accept what the UFC is going to give him. But he's going to push for welterweight for sure.
Well, that welterweight title's on the line in Manchester at UFC 304. What do you think is going to be the secret sauce, the secret weapon that Belal Muhammad has to beat Leon Edwards and become the new champion of the welterweight division? Because Belal Muhammad, he's been training with you guys at least over the past couple of years.
He's been training with us for the last couple of years. He was maybe going to come to train for this camp in Dagestan, but I don't think he did. So I don't really know where he's at. I'm pulling for him. He's our guy, you know, and it's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be one of those ones where Loal's got to dig deep. He's going to have to dig deep. He has to dig deep. He has to stay focused. He has to stay on task. And he has to make this fight a very dirty fight. Because if not, if it's on a technical thing, Leon's too far ahead. There's no way that I see him doing great on the outside. He's got to be in the inside making a gritty wrestling type fight.
Well, Belal Muhammad's been inside the camp. It was not too long ago that Islam Makhachev extended that invitation to Charles do Bronx Oliveira to come to the camp. Charles do Bronx Oliveira hasn't accepted that invitation. But what do you think is going to be next for the future of Charles Oliveira?
I don't know, but you know, I'm such a fan of his that whatever he does, I'm going to watch. He's got the great mentality of a true champion. He is a true champion, and I root for him. Of course, obviously, when we're fighting him, I can't because I got my guy, but I root for him. I like who he is. I like how he represents his country. I like how he represents his family. I like how he represents himself. He is, to me, a champion inside, outside. I really respect Charles.
August 3rd, big-time fight night in Abu Dhabi. You got Umar Nurmagomedov fighting Cory Sandhagen. Do you believe, has the UFC assured Umar and your team that he gets through Cory Sandhagen, he's next in line to fight for the bantamweight title?
From what I hear, yes, the winner gets the title shot. What will happen? Let's see. Let's see what happens, because we've been in that situation where other fighters were assured a shot and things didn't work out for whatever reason. So let's see what happens. Our main focus is winning that fight, and we will win that fight. Umar will win that fight. He will show everybody who's the heir to that title, and it's Umar. Young Eagle's he's gonna be the next bantamweight champion. I guarantee it. Once he gets that opportunity, but we got to get by Cory, who is no easy task, but we will get by Cory. 100% get by Cory.
And how do you see yourself getting through Cory?
Well, because Umar's so well talented in so many areas, just like Islam. He's good everywhere. I see the fight going everywhere, and I see us beating him everywhere. I see us beating him on the ground. I see us beating him on the stand-up. I see this fight going wherever we can take it, and I believe we're going to be able to take it anywhere. Stand-up, ground, wherever Umar wants that fight to be, to our advantage, that's what's going to happen.
And who do you reckon he's going to be fighting for the bantamweight title? Do you think it's still going to be Sugar Sean O'Malley or Merab Dvalishvili?
I want O'Malley. And I'm sorry, but O'Malley is the big guy. He's the one that create the most buzz. He's the one that's going to make that fight bigger, is O'Malley. You know, Merab's such a good guy. He does great. He's fantastic in all his things, but O'Malley's the guy I believe is going to have the eyeballs with Umar.
Going back to the first champions that you coached, to the situation right now with Islam, what do you think you've learned the most about yourself and your style throughout this entire process?
Well, I learned that the more fights I get, the less nervous I get. I rarely get any nerves at all now. And I learned that the less nerves I have, the better I am as a coach and an advisor, you know. So relaxation, not letting the nerves get you, is key to becoming a better coach, believe it or not.
And what's the most rewarding thing about being a coach, Javier?
The most rewarding thing about being a coach for me is seeing the success of the fighters and watching their joy in accomplishing a goal, a dream, you know, and me being on that journey, whether I'm a little bit involved with them or a lot involved with them. As a coach, I get big joy from watching them accomplish their goals.
When are you going to become fluent in Russian?
Khabib, that's a question for you. When am I going to become fluent in Russian? You guys don't teach me. You do this to me all the time. You keep me on the out. I want to be in the in.
What do you think it's going to take to be on the in?
I don't know. I don't know. They like keeping secrets from me.
Well, Coach, you do a great job. You got a great sense of humor. Can we get a final message for all the Javier Mendez fans out there worldwide?
I say, hey, guys, keep tuning into the Schmo. He's the best in the biz, you know, and love the Schmo. I love the Schmo.
We love you too, Coach Hav. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. Fort Country. Everything we do is driven by you. We're out.